I understand it now, or at least I'm starting to. After failing to get into World and Rise, I think the wall is starting to crumble. I can almost feel the gorilla grip that the series has on people. A few weeks back, I made a short video about not being able to get into the series. Many of you were incredibly helpful and provided your perspective on certain aspects that held me back. Many also said that maybe the game just isn't for you, and this point is what I've struggled with the most because, on paper, Monster Hunter should be a series that I like. Give me a big sword and put me against a big monster and I'm usually a happy boy. This is why I wanted to try again, and I'm glad I did. Many people also mentioned that I just need to find a weapon I like, which means committing to one of them to get through the initial clunky feelings. Commitment is hard, trust me, I know. There's plenty of weapons in the sea or whatever, but I think that was the catalyst I needed. I decided early on to commit to the longsword while learning the game, and it's been a lot of fun getting better with the combos and breaking through the clunkiness. I've hardly experimented with using a secondary weapon, but I plan to try out the Charge Blade, Insect Glaive, or Bow next. From my perspective, I think the new player experience is very well done. I've heard some veteran players mention that the story was too easy and they are trying to quickly get to high rank. I can understand that as a vet of other series, but as a new player, I think the pacing is in a good spot. I found it challenging but not difficult, only fainting once or twice in my first dozen hours. There's a ton of extra mechanics that have probably become second nature to vets, but this is all new to me. From the crafting, cooking, capturing, harvesting, and fishing, there's a lot of small mechanics that the game introduces to you, but none of it feels overwhelming if you just take it one step at a time as the game guides you. Besides some very glaring performance issues, I've had a great time with the game so far. I plan to try co-op with my Discord community this week, and we'll see how that goes. If you haven't been able to get into the games before, maybe this video will convince you to give it another shot. I think it's worth it. As I learn more about this game, I plan to put together some new player tips, so be sure to follow along.